You are way ahead of the curve. I'm Violet Sky. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. You are ahead of the curve, and that is the main message coming through right now. I'm speaking to a collective who life has just been a bit chaotic. Not so much as recently, but in the past few years, life was very chaotic. It felt, it felt chaotic, but it also felt stagnant, like you were stuck in this loop, and you've recently exited this loop and you've been feeling this shift. And this message is for a collective that I recently posted another message for, where I mentioned timelines at a point of merging because you were shifting. So going from one timeline to another, but at this point of being in between, where you're closing up things, you're releasing things, old things are coming up, so on and so forth. And this message is coming from your spirit team, just to give you some insight as to exactly what's been going on. So you've evolved quickly than you were supposed to, in a sense. So now you're at this point where your manifestations are coming in, and these are things that were always meant to be yours. You were manifesting these things because you felt called to, because you knew that you were supposed to, because this is your divine path, because this is your soul's calling. So you are manifesting things and working on things because you were so tapped in, into this new timeline. And it was your intuition and your attunement into the messages from your guides, into the lessons. And you picked up very quickly. You very quickly picked up on this loop. You very quickly picked up on exactly what needed to be done and where you needed to go. And you started moving. And you evolved internally much quicker than your physical world was able to catch up to you. But now you're at a point where your physical world is catching up to you. But that's why things have felt stagnant for you. Because you're a quick learner. Because you are meant for this, because you understand the messages, because you listen to your guides. There are lessons that you were ready to skip because you learned the lesson, but the lesson plan wasn't done. So the example that I'm being given is, right, say you're a child, right? Say you're a child who really belongs in AP classes, right? But perhaps you're at a school that doesn't have these AP classes. So you're flying through the work. I see 3:44 on the timer. That might be important for someone. But so you're flying through these lessons. You're flying through these experiences. And you're just like, what's next? Excuse me, confirmation burp. What's next? Okay, I'm ready for the next lesson. But there's a specific schedule, right? Excuse the interruption, my phone storage was full. But okay, so the lesson, there's a specific schedule to these lessons, and they have it structured. So it's like, this week we learn this, and this week we learn this, and that week we learn that. But these are all things that you have already picked up on, that you have already mastered, but you still have to go through them, because that's just the nature of the school. Okay, and life is a school. So that's why things have felt stagnant, because you have ascended so rapidly. You have ascended, so you have advanced so much that it made you feel as though you were doing something wrong. But that's the message from your guides. You have done nothing wrong. You have been on point, 5 on the timer. You have been on point with picking up these lessons. You've been on point with exiting these loops. You've been on point. You see through people like it's nothing. You walk away from the BS. You let things roll off the back. You're like, I know exactly how to handle this. I know exactly what to do. And you are absolutely doing it. You are evolving at a perfect pace. And that is what your spirit guides want you to know. That's what your spirit team wants you to know, is that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. You're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. And this really is a confirmation for someone who has been wondering, am I on the right path? Am I missing messages? Did I go the wrong way? And you have not. You have not missed a beat. In fact, you have put things together that had nothing to do with any messages from your spirit guides, right? Because people have free will. and you've picked up on things within your environment that were happening and adjusted accordingly. Whether that meant cutting people off or changing jobs or what have you. And it was absolutely the right thing to do. Absolutely the right thing to do. You have, this is a powerful collective. You have responded to things in ways that exceeded the expectation. You've responded to situations in ways that made your spirit team so proud that they were like, that is not how I expected this one to respond, but it's so much better than I expected for them to respond. Wow. They're so proud of you. You have ascended beyond even some of your spiritual guides, even some of your spirit team. And you have blessings coming to you for that. You are about to be rewarded for that. You are about to be so rewarded for that. And you know what? You know what I'm hearing? I am hearing 50 Cent's verse. They say I'm no good because I'm so hood. Folks do not want me around. Because might pop off, and when it pop off, yes. But you know what it is? Specifically, it's the part where he says, they call me new money, say I have no class, I'm from no bottom, I came up too fast. That is you. You are about to blow up. You are about to be so recognized. You are about to be so blessed. And there are people who don't want this to happen. There are people who fear you having that kind of power, because there's a level of power that's coming. And this, whether this is on a spiritual level, on a self-love level, but for some of you, this is absolutely on a monetary level. Because 50 Cent was talking about money in that verse. Okay? And there are 4, 5, 6 on the timer. You are moving forward. Okay? You are blowing up. And there's going to be a lot of people trying to get your attention. There are going to be a lot of, I used to know her. There's going to be a lot of, let me apologize for this back in the day. There's going to be a lot of ass kissing. And you, my friend, are so prepared for that. All of the lessons that you've endured were preparing you for this moment when you receive this blessing, so that you could manage this blessing appropriately. But you're exactly where you're supposed to be. And that's what you need to know. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. You are not behind. You're not disappointing anybody. And your spirit team wants you to know it's not about them. It's about you. It's about you. It's about you living authentically as you. It's about you doing what makes you happy. It's about you living as your truest, most authentic self. It's about you and building and connecting to the divine and the way that's most authentic to you. It's not about them. You can't disappoint them by living authentically as yourself, by walking in your truth. Okay? But congratulations, because there are beautiful things coming to you. And I am proud of you, and I really feel very honored and very blessed, because this message really is coming through for a powerful collective, for a gifted collective, for a collective that's very aligned and very divine. And thank you to your spirit team for allowing me to tap into your energy and share this message with you. And thank you for being you. Thank you for being you. I'm going to leave it here.